We begin with this. He is tall, lean, and blonde with dazzling white teeth, and he looks ever so much like Robert Redford. He dates slinky fashion models, belongs to the most elegant clubs, and at only 30 years of age, estimates that he is worth more than $200 million. That is how the New York Times described Donald Trump in 1976. If you ask Donald Trump then and now, he'd say his most valuable asset was his brand. And for decades, the name Trump has been synonymous with wealth. Trump promoted himself to the world as a business genius. Want to be rich? Be like Trump.
You'll walk down the street sometimes and people will touch you just for the good luck.
I've never figured that out. I've never really understood it, but it's something that's been happening. And at first I took great offense at it. Now I guess I have to consider it a compliment. I don't know what it is, but perhaps they're going into a deal, or they're going down to Atlantic City, or they're going someplace and they just want to have a little luck.
But the myth of Trump has always been riddled with inconsistencies. In 1987, Trump came out with what would become the cornerstone of his business franchise, The Art of the Deal. Years later, Trump's ghostwriter, who actually wrote the book, told the New Yorker that he felt like he had put lipstick on a pig. In reality, Trump's businesses have failed over and over again. He bought an airline. It tanked. He bought a football team. The league folded. And still, Donald Trump managed to sell the public this idea that he was the monopoly man.
Trump's got a new game. Trump's got a new deal.
What's your game, Donald?
Trump has a new game. What is it?
Is it an airline? A new convention airline, Mr. Trump. Is it a convention? What's your game? Mr. Trump, please.
My new game is Trump, the game.
Trump, the game where you deal for everything you've ever wanted to own. Because it's not whether you win or lose. It's whether you win.
Yes!
Play Trump, the game from Milton Bradley.
I think you'll like it.
Trump even lost money on casinos. Not in them, on them, as an owner. In the early 90s, 3 different Trump casinos in Atlantic City filed for bankruptcy. You have to be astoundingly bad at business to not make money as a casino owner. But still, Donald Trump convinced the public he was the epitome of success.
I've mastered the art of the deal and have turned the name Trump into the highest quality brand. And as the master, I want to pass along my knowledge to somebody else. I'm looking for The Apprentice.
Everywhere you looked, Trump was on TV reminding you how rich he was, how profitable his businesses were, how lucky you were to be associated with him.
It's great to be here at Saturday Night Live, but I'll be completely honest. It's even better for Saturday Night Live that I'm here.
Trump stuck his name on everything from golf courses and apartments to vodka and steaks. There was even a Trump urine test, because why not? If Trump was involved, it was good business, even if it was a urine test. So that was the story that launched Trump's political career, and ultimately the story that won him the White House. But again, the myth did not always match up with reality. In 2016, Trump was forced to pay $25 million to settle a lawsuit claiming that the university he stuck his name on was defrauding students bigly. In 2019, New York dissolved Trump's charity and fined him $2 million because, as it turns out, Trump had been using it as a charity for Donald Trump. But still, if you ask the man himself, the Trump name remained sterling.
Probably my most valuable asset I didn't even include on your statement, and that's the brand. I mean, I became president because of the brand, okay? I became president. I think it's the hottest brand in the world.
That was Trump's video deposition from his civil fraud trial in New York City, the case where today the myth of Donald Trump came to an end. Today, a New York judge, Justice Arthur Engoron, ordered Trump to pay a colossal penalty, which, with interest, will exceed $450 million. Justice Engoron also barred Mr. Trump from serving in any leadership roles in any New York company, including the one that bears his name, the Trump Organization, for 3 years. Now, the reason this penalty is so massive is because the fraud was, too. As Justice Engoron put it in his ruling today, the frauds found here leap off the page and shock the conscience. New York Attorney General Letitia James investigated Trump and his businesses for years. And what she found was that Trump had been fraudulently inflating his net worth by billions of dollars for a decade. And I don't just mean in the press and on TV ads for Trump urine tests, but in financial statements and loan applications. And that meant not only was Trump tricking the public into thinking he was wildly successful, he was tricking banks and insurance companies into giving him loans and rates that he didn't actually qualify for. He cheated. He is a cheat. And making sure that no one cheats, that the world of New York business plays by the rules, is central to Judge Engoron's decision today. This court is not constituted to judge morality. It is constituted to find facts and apply the law. In this particular case, in applying the law to the facts, the court intends to protect the integrity of the financial marketplace and thus the public as a whole. That protection includes penalties for past wrongs and insurance against future ones. So in addition to freezing the Trumps out of their family business for 3 years, the judge is keeping an independent monitor on watch, and he is appointing an independent director of compliance at the Trump Organization. Engoron explained that without all of this, the cheating might never end. Defendants' refusal to admit error, indeed to continue it, constrains this court to conclude that they will engage in it going forward unless judicially restrained. As Donald Trump tells it, people used to touch him for luck when he was walking down the street. Today, it seems like he might be all out of it.